The ElderWatch helpline exists to support Coloradans 50 plus with financial literacy and fraud resources. And lately, we've been getting more and more calls and questions about cryptocurrencies and peer-to-peer payment methods, including how they work and how criminals use them. So in this web series, we're going to answer some of the questions that we commonly receive on these subjects. Today, we'll discuss how legitimate cryptocurrency works. My name is Jessica Zawatsky, and I'm the program specialist for ElderWatch Colorado. Cryptocurrency is very complicated. Essentially, it is a digital currency with no physical form. Cryptocurrency differs from, for example, money in a mobile bank account because traditional currencies are controlled by central banks, whether you use the money in your bank to buy or pay for something digitally or not. Cryptocurrencies are not controlled by a central bank, nor are they insured by mechanisms like the FDIC or the Federal Deposit Insurance Corporation, which is an independent agency of the U.S. government that, among other things, insures bank deposits. One question that many people ask is, how many cryptocurrencies are there and which ones are real? And the answer is that this question is nearly impossible to answer because at this point, it's estimated that there are around 10,000 different legitimate cryptocurrencies in existence. Virtually every day, new cryptocurrencies are created while others fade into obscurity. So most of these are obscure or niche with small communities and limited values. Compare this to 2009 when there was exactly one cryptocurrency, Bitcoin. Because there are so many cryptocurrencies, it's very difficult to keep up with which ones are real and which ones aren't. But legitimate cryptocurrencies and even legitimate cryptocurrency apps can still be used to commit fraud. While understanding which currencies are real and which are not is tricky, some of the popular cryptocurrencies are Bitcoin, Dogecoin, Binance Coin, Solana, and Ethereum. Now, even though these are pictured here as physical coins, I do want to reiterate there is no physical component to cryptocurrency. It is entirely digital and there is no physical product associated with it. A common question and confusion around crypto is whether it's a currency or an investment. And the answer is both, if you're lucky. Initially, cryptocurrency was intended to be a currency, a way to buy goods and services, with the difference being that crypto is not regulated by a centralized bank. Interestingly, in 2021, El Salvador became the first country to adopt a cryptocurrency, specifically Bitcoin, as legal tender. This meant that Bitcoin had to be accepted by businesses and in the purchase of goods and services. As of 2025, this is no longer the case in El Salvador, but some other countries are still considering using cryptocurrency as legal tender. Though it was designed to be a form of currency, because of the volatility of cryptocurrency, for some it has become an investment. When it's legitimate, crypto is a high-risk investment because of its volatility. Volatility for crypto is largely influenced by speculation and investor sentiment and pressure, though it can also be influenced by all the things that influence other securities, for example, politics, the global economy, etc. Despite its volatility, the potential returns on investment, for some, make cryptocurrency worth the risk. The graph here of the price history of Bitcoin between 2010 and 2022 illustrates the high risk and potential high reward nature of legitimate cryptocurrency in general. If you bought Bitcoin in 2013 when it was selling for $1,238, you might have panicked and sold it in 2014 when prices went to less than $1. However, you'd then be kicking yourself come November 2021 when a single Bitcoin was selling for nearly $69,000. As we can see in this graph, the value of Bitcoin changed both very quickly and very drastically, highlighting the volatility of Bitcoin specifically, but cryptocurrency in general. But this also highlights the allure and explains why people are willing to believe they've made massive gains when it comes to crypto scams, because real cryptocurrency can also jump to new heights and plummet to new depths all within a day. But you'll remember I also said crypto is a currency. So let's look at all of this together with an example. Let's say, and this is very hypothetical, that on Monday you buy a cup of coffee with a new cryptocurrency called BuzzBucks. Note, this is a fictional cryptocurrency that I've made up for this example. Now, on Monday, your coffee is $5 USD, and also on Monday, one BuzzBuck is worth $2.50. So your coffee costs 2 BuzzBucks because each BuzzBuck is worth $2.50. On Friday, the value of BuzzBucks drops significantly. Now, one BuzzBuck is only worth 50 cents, so your $5 coffee costs 10 BuzzBucks. But then on the following Monday, the price increases, and now one BuzzBuck is worth $10, so your coffee only costs half a BuzzBuck. The cost of your coffee in USD stayed the same at $5, but because the value of BuzzBucks changed, that conversion rate, for lack of a better word, of BuzzBucks to USD fluctuated dramatically. Now that we understand a little bit more about how cryptocurrency generally works as both a currency and an investment, let's go to another question that we get all the time. And this question is, how do crypto ATMs work? And the answer is they're very similar to regular ATMs, but one main difference is that you can also put cash into a crypto ATM. So on the screen here, you'll see various different examples of crypto ATMs in real life. They're usually located near regular ATMs, and they can be found in many places like grocery stores, gas stations, etc. When you go to a traditional ATM, generally you'll run your bank card, you'll enter a PIN, and you take physical cash out of your bank account. With a crypto ATM, instead of a bank card, you will generally have a digital wallet, which sort of looks like a banking app. Usually it is a mobile app on your phone, though it could also be on another piece of tech. Now, if you go to a crypto ATM, you can both add physical cash to that digital wallet, to that app, and you can withdraw physical cash from your digital wallet. But instead of a physical card that's tied to your account from your bank and that PIN that you would generally need for a regular ATM, you may be asked to verify your identity and connect to your account in other ways when you're using a crypto ATM. For example, you may be asked to scan a QR code from your phone, multi-factor authentication, which is when you get a text or an email to confirm your identity. And that's a little bit about cryptocurrency. I hope that this video has helped to make what is a very complicated topic make just a little bit more sense. Next time, we're going to continue this discussion, and we will be looking at different scams that use cryptocurrency and how they work, as well as some recent legislation designed to protect consumers. For all of us at ElderWatch, thank you for joining me today. My name is Jessica Zawadsky, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Bye!